Welcome, everyone. We are live, and it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Today, the challenge is this: can you implement one new thing? Just one. Just one new thing in your day. Now, remember, in order. Oh boy, he's awake early. He is awake, and it is early, and that window is open. That's right, little one. Anyway, implementing just one new thing is a way of training yourself to do what? To focus, to practice, to grow. Oh, indeed, it does all of those things for you. But to make yourself more successful with this new thing you're going to implement, choose a time of day that you can commit to. But of course, don't have it all over the place. Don't choose when you're going to be tired most. No, choose a time you can commit to during the day. Indeed. I got to close the window. Give me a second. Okay. So you see, choosing that time of day. People ask me, Angela, how come you're so consistent? I said, because 5 a.m. is when I can be here. Because it's how I start my day. I can commit to this time. You see, make things simpler, easier for yourself. Because as you and I know, habits are very easy to start. So the challenge, because there are many things that vie for our attention. Many things vie for our attention. So what are you going to do? It's a simple thing. Just choose the time of day, choose the activity, and how long will you do it? Remember that things are cumulative. They build on top of each other. So you don't have to start with a marathon. You train every day so that by the time the marathon comes around, you are ready because you've practiced. And you'll notice something with practicing, because we spoke about it yesterday. Practicing is fun. Uh-oh. Why is it fun? Because you chose it. Why would you choose the most? You get my point. You choose something that you will enjoy. Well, Angela, shouldn't you choose the hard things? Shouldn't you choose the things that you hate doing? And if you can do those, you've conquered it? Part of why we remain doing what we do is by choosing what you enjoy. When you see that you can do the little things, you encourage yourself to do other things. That's why I start with the little things that are fun. You see, as a homeschooling mother, you would understand this. You don't just give them, well, we're going to do math today. Because my son, he's like, ugh, Mom, but math textbooks suck. He can do math in his head perfectly fine. So I said, okay, let's start with what you enjoy. And then you sprinkle in the things that you don't quite enjoy. You sprinkle them in because now you have got under your belt the joy of doing what you enjoy and the confidence to know that you can do anything. You see, as I tell him all the time, confidence is a byproduct. It is an effect. You don't just wake up with confidence. When you do things and you see that you can do them and you can do them well, confidence comes out of that. So you don't have to accept the challenge. Notice you're not challenging anyone. You are challenging yourself to see what you are capable of doing. How would you know that you can do it if you don't learn? And as I always say, it is far reaching. It looks as if it's just so surface. But I want you to consider this for a moment. That little tiny thing that you started doing. As Gladiator said, what you do in life echoes in eternity. One of my favorite lines. That little teeny tiny thing that you do. You've just learned to focus. Now, some people say, but Angela, the way my ADHD is set up. So we limit ourselves now? In order, if you cannot focus, what do you practice? Focusing. That's why I say, just start with one small thing. And you'll notice you never have to force someone to learn something. So long as they enjoy it, they will learn. So long as they enjoy it, they're going to learn it. Of course they will. Because you enjoy it. You care about it. So you never have to drag yourself kicking and screaming. Yes? So today the challenge is this. If there's something you want to change, what is it? So you identify it. And once you identify it, you'll begin to see yourself in your mind's eye doing that thing you want to do, becoming that person you want to become. You're going to start to see it. Don't judge it and talk about, well, I don't know. That seems so far-fetched. No, that's not the exercise. The exercise is not one of judgment. Why not? Why don't we judge? Because the moment you judge, you blind the eye, you deafen the ear, and you numb the self. Oh, I can't do that. I'm not smart like them. And then what's the first thing you do? You say to yourself, oh, can't do that. See what judgment does to you? So identify what it is that you want to take on. And remember that the outcome of practice is what? What is the outcome of practice? The more you practice, the better you get at what you practice. That is the outcome. That's understood. Nothing to hope, nothing to believe, something to know, however. What you practice, you become. So now your attitude towards practice would be, you know what? I'm putting this work in and I know exactly how it's going to turn out. I am now going to be what? Successful at what I practice. I'm going to become what I practice. So I'm going to practice this thing because this is what I want to become. So when you know the outcome of something, like the outcome of a habit is efficiency. Oh, oh, what do you mean, Angela? Well, you have to broaden your mind. A habit is not just drinking or smoking or sex. Those are those are habits, yes. So that should tell you something. Habits do not care. A habit is anything that you do the same way every time. Choose wisely so that the habit you choose to implement, which is what this challenge is, the habit that you choose to implement will make you efficient. What do you want to be efficient at? What do you want to be efficient with? What do you want to be efficient in? Then you choose accordingly. And once you choose, remember, you can always change your mind. If you try this new habit and you say, hey, it's not really for me, this thing. And this is why I always talk about Brie. Because listen, she is so sweet. She has this habit. She's a phenomenal artistic person. The one thing that always catches me about her is she was just sitting in the living room and she looked at her drapes. Now, I'm looking at the drapes with her too, because she's showing it to you on the video, and it's just drapes, just hanging. And she's like, oh my God, I see this dress. And I'm like, where? It's a drape. It's just hanging. By the time she was done, you saw the most glorious dress. I was like, wait a minute. And she's modeling it. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. How did it go from just hanging in the wind to draped on your body and hugging every curve? I don't understand. Her habit is one of vision. She sees. She practices. She practices. She saw it in her mind's eye and she said, I can do this. She cut out the pattern and then she put it together. But it was in her mind's eye first. It was invisible to me. It was invisible to everybody until she showed you, until she embodied it. But it requires that challenge of seeing what you want to become and saying to yourself, yes, I can do this. And at first it may seem like you're lying to yourself. You know, when you say, well, I can do this, and you hear, please, can you really? You don't have what it takes. You don't even know how to do this. My mother doesn't have a sewing machine, and you'd never know. She sews by hand, and her stitches are so fine and so intricate. Oh, indeed. You see, we have this uncanny ability to convince ourselves of what we are not. But did you know the ability goes the other way? To convince yourself of what you are. But remember, it is far-reaching. It is far-reaching. Because once you start to see yourself, you will always recognize what is not. You see, because we only ever know the self. And anything that arises you and it is not the self, you're like, wait a minute, that's not me. But that takes practice. So if you're going to implement quote unquote meditation, because you know how the world is with these catchphrases, you just pick a time of day, same time every day, same duration of time. And do you know within a week's time, you won't have to set a reminder anymore? 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you do what you do that you've conditioned yourself to do, your body will begin to get into that mode. It will get into the mood of the thing you have decided to do. I tell you, the habit will make you efficient. So, will you test yourself? Well, what's mine? Because I told you that sourdough was whooping my butt. So I said, what can I commit to? So now, the ledge on the basement wall when you go downstairs is the same temperature. So that's where I have the starter. I did it yesterday. So today, I put a reminder on the fridge. Feed the starter. Same 1 tablespoon of water, 1 tablespoon of flour. And put it back on the ledge. Oh, but it's only starter, really? If you understood sourdough and the benefits, and the pleasure of sourdough, you know what I'm talking about. Remember, it seems as if it may be insignificant, but there are many things happening at the same time. You are training your memory. You're training yourself to remember to do something. So the next thing you know, what have you developed? The skill of memory, of being able to recall information. So don't think because, oh, it seems so insignificant, that's judgment. And you know what judgment does? Because the thing with sourdough is consistency. The same amount to feed water and flour, same temperature, same time. Because the type of bread you make is dependent upon the strength of your starter. If the starter is weak, the loaf will, it'll taste good, but it'll be questionable in its crumb and its crust. But if the starter is strong, that loaf of bread is going to turn out beautifully every single time because you are consistent. That is the principle of correspondence. As within, so without. What is within has to come out. So if the starter is strong, then the loaf is beautiful. So you see, things may seem small and insignificant, but they grow and you learn from them. So today, that is what I will give you. It doesn't matter what that challenge is. It doesn't matter. It matters to you. Because what it will help you to do, you'll begin to learn yourself, your inner voice. Remember, there's 2 times, and we have all experienced these 2 times in our lives. Time number 1 is when you said, whew, I'm so glad I listened and I did what that said because, whew, look at what I avoided. Time number 2 is when you say, oh man, I should have listened. It would have gone better. I know it would have. You see that still small voice within? Who do you think that is? Well, it sure is not George. It is your still small voice. It is you. But you see, sometimes we question it. We don't know it. You see, the still small voice always protects, always keeps you safe, always has your best interest, always guides you towards life. That's what it does. And the reason why you practice knowing the sound of your own inner voice and what it feels like, because in those 2 times that we experience, there is always peace. And so when you get to a point where you feel it and you know yourself, when something comes along and you hear it or you feel it, because you know the self, you'll know what is you and what is not. Yesterday I had that feeling. I don't know, I just felt kind of off. And I was like, wait, that's not that's not me. That's not me at all. And as soon as I acknowledged that it wasn't me, then I felt myself and I was like, oh, that's better. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that you know the self. Because as you know, there are many different things in the world. See, because we think thoughts remain within the mind, like in the skull, they don't. They're projected outward. How do you know? Well, scientists with their little tiny cap with the little thingies on it and you're hooked up to the computer, they monitor your thoughts because the thought shows itself on the computer screen. So thoughts do not remain within the skull. They're projected outward. So you're walking down the street and you are bombarded by the thoughts of other people. This is why if you are busy, people always ask, well, how do you protect yourself from other people's thoughts and their moods? By being fully saturated with your own. That's how. There's no magic to it. If you are wholly focused on yours, there's no room to be penetrated by someone else. Oh, you'll run parallel to it, but it won't penetrate you. But the moment you catch yourself in that space of, remember, as within, so without. If your mood is one of, if you have a dark mood, oh, I don't feel like it today. This sucks. You walk down the street, you will encounter moods that match. Not because somebody's throwing them in your way and willy-nilly trying to make you stumble, but as within, so without. They are coming out of you. The mood is coming out of you. So you have to see. Remember, it all comes back to implementing one thing. Because it spreads from that one thing and it will take you down that whole pathway of everything I'm explaining. Right? Just one thing, one little thing that you want to do will open your mind to what you are capable of. And then you'll start to comprehend. Remember what it is to manifest. Because we're not talking catchphrases today. We got our Staples order. And there's a little pouch on the front and you pop it open. And when you open it, it says list. And you read that you have not opened the box. You just read the list. Now, when you read the list, you know what is in the box without having opened it. When you open the box, everything that's on the list should be in the box. This is how you know, because you match what is on the manifest to what is in the package. And if you're missing something, then you know. That is what it is to manifest, to see the contents of what is within. That's all it means. So your behavior, your experiences are the manifest of your internal mood, your internal thoughts. That's what it is. An airplane has the same thing. A boat has the same thing. It tells you, a cruise ship, it has a list of people. It's the manifest. It shows you what's within the boat. So in order to see what is within yourself, look at your behavior. That's why I said if you start with one small thing, you'll know what you're made of now. You will see your character. And that one small thing brings about what now? Discipline. Discipline is a byproduct, it's an effect of doing the same thing the same way every time, aka habit. So today, my beautiful friends, 4 minutes remaining. Step 1. Identify where you are and what you are presently doing. Especially if you say, I want to change. Well, change what? What do you want to change? Identify what you're doing. And then you say, oh, yes, that is what I want to change. Identify it. Do not run from it. It is not your enemy. It is simply a habit that you are doing. And how do you recognize these habits? You'll say something. What will you say? You'll say, oh my God, why do I keep doing this? Why does this keep happening to me? You have identified with that one small phrase, you have identified your quote unquote hidden habit. You have manifested your hidden habit. You've seen by way of the behavior what the internal mood is that is running in the background. So you see, identify it. And once you identify it, then decide what you want to do instead. Or as Neville so poetically said it, begin to experience in imagination what you would be doing in reality if you change. What would you be doing? And now when you see it, the thing that you'd be doing, mentally, because that's where you're going to see it. You haven't started doing it yet, but you're seeing yourself doing it mentally. Why? Because the all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. So when you start to see it mentally, what are you doing? Now you start to rehearse it mentally. You do it over and over and over and over and over and over. That one behavior. Oh, challenge accepted. One behavior, one thing that you do the same way every time. Do you need to dance naked in the moonlight to make it happen? No. Do you just sprinkle confetti to make it happen? No. You see it and you rehearse it. Why? Because the inevitable outcome of rehearsal is the embodiment of the role, the doing it, the living it. So can you change? Indeed. Who's here? Because 1 minute remaining. Yay! Who is under time today? Who's here? There's people on YouTube. Now, I can't see the chat for some strange reason on YouTube, but I can't see it just yet. Oh, they'll show up. They'll let me know. I know that usually Miss Liza is here. The Better Man is here. Ray of Sunshine is usually here. I know them. Who is with... Oh, Twitter is bumping today. Does that say cocaine? Hey, girl. This is my first time meeting you. Hello and welcome to the space. It's Symmetric is in the house. I see you, girl. Thank you for being here and spending this quick minute with us. Who's here on Fanbase this morning? Oh, I don't have to scroll on Fanbase this morning. G Marie is here. Ray and Big Mike is in the house. What does the chat say? Oh, yes. G Marie. It's good to see you. Listen. See, we're popping in and we're popping out today. Be inspired to know that you can change. And you just need to start with one little thing. And that is the challenge. I have, as the British would say, Shakespeare would say, I've thrown the gauntlet. That's how knights used to fight. The gauntlet was that, if you've seen Avengers And the thing that Thor would put on, that is a gauntlet. Because it protects you when you're fighting, like jousting or whatever. So anytime when Knight would take it off and throw it to the ground, whoever picked it up would accept the challenge. So the gauntlet has been thrown today. Do you know that you're capable? If you don't know, learn that you're capable by accepting the challenge. Just one small thing. If it means you're going to wake up 5 minutes earlier, just do one small thing. And when you see, what you are capable of, can't nobody break my stride, nobody gonna slow me down, oh no, then nothing will stop you. I can't tell you how awesome you are. You have to know that for yourself, because if I just tell it to you every day, it's hearsay. You can't even take hearsay into a court of law. Hello. It has to be what? A witness. It has to be your first-hand experience. So then you begin to see your first-hand experience of how capable and competent you are. Well then, nobody can hold you back, darling. Not even you. Well, anyway, I love you, and I will see you again, my dear darling. When will I see you? When will I see you again? You know I'll see you on Wednesday. Right here. Where? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Fanbase. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard. I can't see it. I think I messed up my YouTube. Oh well, it is all good. The recording is still there. But I love you, and I will see you on the morrow. And Lil Bit says hello. You see, he's quiet again. I gotta go feed the chickens. I wonder if she left me an egg this morning, little lady. And of course, Biscuit. Biscuit in all his glory. Biscuit in his glory. Oh my goodness. Biscuit is something else. Biscuit is something else. Anyhow. Well, he's going home to the farm soon. And that'll be a sad day for me because I'll miss him. But alas, I love you. And I'll see you soon. Remember, you can purchase your cards. You can purchase your cards. Yay. Anyhow, the link is in my... It's on Twitter. I posted it yesterday. And it's under the YouTube video. And it's in the LINKTREE on Fanbase. So anyway, you know I'm always here. If you have questions, let me know. Slide into my DMs and let me know. All right? So, peace out, and I will see you on the morrow. 7 a.m. Yes, G. Marie, 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because I'm on Mountain Time. So it's 5:35 a.m. for me. Okay? Anyhow, I love you, and I will see you. I'll see you.